Greetings to you, fellow educators. Welcome to this video session. My name is Samuel Chukwu Emeka. In this video session, we shall insert a label on our page. A label can be a text, it can be a web link, it can be a text page, it can also be an image. It can be a combination of all these. It can be an image and a text, an image and a link, and the rest of them. In this particular video, our label shall be our welcome greeting or introduction. Just as in a traditional classroom, you have your greeting, welcome to Mrs. Joy's science class, or welcome to Mr. C's mathematics class, or welcome to Mr. C's chemistry class. You usually have this greeting inside your classroom on the board. You probably have an announcement board whereby you have this greeting, or some teachers have it in front of their classrooms. As students walk in, they see a nice design that welcomes them into the classroom. Okay, the same thing applies to an online classroom, and it is especially important for an online classroom because your students do not see you physically. So it is very, very necessary to have a welcome greeting in your classroom online. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to turn editing on, and our greeting should be like the first thing that a student sees when he comes to the classroom, right? Just like, as students come to your class, you stand in front of the door of your class to welcome them. Okay, so it is good to have your greeting here, right here, on the first section in the middle, that is kind of big, where students can see it immediately and feel welcomed to the class. So we have two drop-down lists. One is add a resource, and another is add an activity. Resources can be book, label, text page, and the rest of them. Adding an activity can include adding an assignment, choice, quiz, and the rest of them. So we want to click on add a resource, and we click insert a label. Okay, this welcome greeting that I want for my classroom, I want my picture on the left hand side. I want a greeting in the middle section, and I want an animation. On the right side. So I kind of want 3 columns. Okay, I want 3 columns on my own class, in my own class. Now, you have the freedom of adding whatever you want to add in your class, but it is always good to kind of have something they can see. It could be your picture, it could be an animation. Kids love animations a lot, especially if you teach kindergarten or elementary school. You might need animations like cartoons, okay, that students love to see. It is also good that you have something they can read, like welcome to social class, and you might briefly say something about yourself, okay? So with my own, I want 3 columns. Now, it is good, the way I want mine, it is good to have it as a table form. Now, some of you might want your image on the top and then your word, your introduction greeting below, as a text. But some people like it that way, okay? While some people like it to be compact, side by side each other. So I want mine side by side. Now, what I will do here is there, I click on this. When you point your mouse on all this, you see a pop-up title. So this is the enlarged editor because I want to see what I'm about to put in my classroom. So I click on enlarged editor. And in this enlarged editor, besides the insert image, I want insert table. Okay, insert table. So I click on insert table, and with the way I want this, I want one row, and I want 3 columns. Then I leave this as it is. I click OK. So this is my table. I can kind of press enter to expand it a little bit. Then I want my picture right here. Okay, so what I do is I click on this insert image button, click on it. Now what it takes you to insert image window. In this you have several choices here. You can insert your image directly into the file browser, or you can insert it in any of these folders. You already have these folders here. You have an images folder. Okay, for me, I've already inserted it to the images folder, but I'm going to delete it so that I can show you how I did it. Okay, now, so why do we insert it in folder? It is good to insert it in the folder so that you can easily get it. A folder keeps the files organized. So if you have several image files, instead of putting it, just in the file browser, it's good to place it in the folder so that you can always get to it. So if you click on it now, there is no images here. Okay, now I'm gonna go and get image. If I want to insert it in the images folder, I click on images. Then I'll have to upload it. Now you now ask yourself, do you have your pictures already? Because it's good to kind of be organized before you do all these. So I don't think I have this ready, so I'm going to go and get the pictures I want. And here is my pictures library. What I'm going to do now is let me make a new folder and call it Moodle pictures or Moodle images. Let me call it Moodle images that I would like to use. And I think I have a picture here. Let me copy this and paste it in Moodle images. Then I want an animation also. I want an animation. Now, one thing with inserting pictures and animations, it is very important you listen to this. It is not advisable, okay? You do not just go to Google and type in, maybe if you're teaching science, you type in science, and you type in a particular topic in science, maybe atoms, and then you click on images, and then you see a lot of images of the atoms from people. Okay, and you just download one of them and place on your site. No, you don't do that. Okay, because those images might be copyrighted. If you insert those images, it probably will not be a problem now. But if your site gathers a lot of visitors, and one person might come and say, hey, this is my image, he used it on his site. Did he give reference to me? Okay, so if you're gonna use images from Google, it's good you read the terms, the terms of condition of using those images, because some of those images the terms might require that you give proper reference to them. Okay, so it is better to be on the safe side. It is good to use copyright-free images, and I have listed some websites here that you can get some images and animations on your own. You can even create it on your own so that you won't have to deal with copyright issues. So I have, you can click on this. You just press the Control key and you click on it. I have already got the image I want here, so it is right here. And you can click on any of these, if you're teaching kindergarten, you can click on cartoons. Okay, if you're teaching a lesson on butterflies, you can click on butterflies. You can always add a label, all these things any time in your lesson. You can always add a label in each of your lessons. And you can always add these animation pictures in your lessons. Now, please, I recommend if you are teaching a kindergarten class or elementary class, please, it is good to have an image and an animation, or to say the least, an animation. Kids love animation a lot. Okay, now if you're not teaching an elementary class, let's say you're teaching middle school or high school, it is good to have an image, probably an animation as well, and also your text, your introduction text, your welcome greeting. Okay, so I will download this animation onto my system. So I click on this, and here I don't just want to open it, I want to save it. Save as. I will say book. I want to save it in the Moodle. If you look at pictures, it already comes to the file folder, Moodle images, and I'll just save it as book. It's a GIF image, okay, which is for animation, and it has already completed. Okay, so I'll go back to my site. Okay, so I have my pictures already. This is the full screen editor. I have my picture here. I have my animation here. What of my text? I can compose a text right away. Now, why actually am I doing this? Why do I want to write a text, and why do I want to put it in a table form? Probably to look like this. If you go to Google and type in my first and last name, you can easily get to my site. Look at an example on one of the conferences I did for AETC resources. Look at a sample site here. You see, whereby you have it by the side. Okay. Welcome to Mr. C's class and the rest of them. So you just choose to do whatever you want to type, but it should be catchy. It should have some colors, pretty designs, So students like designs a lot. I do. I love designs as well. So I have everything. I have my picture, my text, and my animation. So I'll just go and begin. So on the images file, remember this is the images file, images folder. This is the images folder. So what I will do is I will click on choose file. I click on choose file, and I choose. I go to pictures, Moodle images. I click on my picture, and I click on upload. So it comes here. See, that's it. And then the alternate text, I might just write Samuel Chukwu Emeka on the alternate text. Okay, and I click OK. So it has uploaded it, right? And here I want my animation here. So I point my mouse here, and I click on insert image. I click on images because that's where I want in the folder. I click choose file. I click the image I want to upload, book. I click open, and I click upload. So it has it now. It has it as book.gif. Okay, and I can alternate text. I'll just say solve map. Solve map. Okay, and I click OK. Now if I want, I can enlarge this. I can adjust this, the width and the height. Okay, you can do that so you see how it looks like. Yeah, you see this is too small. It is really too small. So I think it would be good if we kind of adjust it a bit to look a bit bigger. So we go to images, book, solve map, and I might want to kind of put this to be 200 and put this to be 200 and see how it is. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. Looks blurred now, you know, kind of looks blurred. And when you point your mouse on it, it says solve map. When you point your mouse on this, it says the alternate text, Samuel Chukwuemeka. Let's see whether it will work here. Mr. 6 class. Yeah. Let me remove this background color. And white. Okay. Welcome to Mr. C's class. We shall have fun kind of want to see what I hear there. I gladly welcome you to our mathematics and science lab. I can just click right here to copy this. So I'll save some time. Paste. Okay. I can now this background something I don't like, so let me just make all of it a white background. Okay, and something like this, you know, something like this. Then welcome to Mr. C's class. With the background colors, I think it works for the text but not for the images. Okay, so you click, you highlight this, you can make it bold and underline it. Underline, and I can center it as well. Center it. I can also make it a green color. Now, there's something, you know, I can make it a green color. Now, another thing is, if you, with some colors, you know, with some colors, I like some colors and it is there in the color editor, but some colors are not there. Okay, like some colors are not here. So one thing you might want to do is you can always change it to the color that you want. Let me show you what I mean. If I go to Internet Explorer, for instance, or Firefox, it doesn't matter. Now, this is what I mean. HTML color names. HTML color names. W3 schools. The first link that comes up. You can always change colors that you want. Like let's say I want bisque, right? And bisque, the hexadecimal value is FFE4C4. Hash FFE4C4. Right? So I come here, select color. Now let me go back to the full screen editor, and let me kind of, if I come here, select color, and I want to change this color, hash FFE4C4, and I press enter. Okay, and that is the bisque. You see that is the bisque. That's the bisque color. but now it doesn't look bright at all. So if you make any mistake at all here, you know, the easiest thing you can do rather than panic is to click undo, and it brings it back to that. Okay, now let me kind of write my name, and then we shall look at, we shall finish this stuff. So I copy this and I'll paste it here, and let me make the background. Let me now make all background colors to be, I want to make all the background colors here to be bisque FFE4E4. So FFE4C4. Okay, so you see that? That's the background color, bisque. Now, you notice something about the images. You notice that with an image, it won't affect the background color. That's the image comes with the background itself, and you can't change the background. So, all right. So once you finish, you just minimize the editor. And once you minimize the editor, you'll see this. Okay, if you want to enlarge the editor, you see enlarge the editor. If you want to minimize it, you just minimize it. And then you make sure that under visible, that show is the one that shows up, you know. And then you click on save and return to course. So you see it in your course now. Okay, you see it in your course. Probably with these background colors, if you don't like it, you can always remove it. Okay, you can always remove it if you don't like it. And then once you finish, you click turn editing off. So you see that, how it looks like. Yeah, and if you want to see how your students see it, you click switch row to student, and this is how the students will see it. Okay, so now let me click on return to my normal row. Another thing I want to show you before I end this video is the banner. You know, with this free size, we have banners, animated banners maker. I like this tool a lot. I like it a lot. Now, let's say you don't want to write this. You know, some people might not choose to write it. Then they can click on. Now, if you wanna, you can copy this website as it is, and you can copy the website as it is and paste it in a new browser window. Okay, you can copy the website here and paste it in a new browser window. To come to it, I'll tell you how to use this. It's really nice. Okay, or I'm going to paste this. I'm going to this document here. I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it on my I'll put this document in the next video. I'll show you how we can put it on my page, so you can easily refer to it. You can easily look at it. Okay, yeah, in the next video. I'm just trying to put just label here. So let me show you how you can use this banner. It is really good. That's another way we can add that's another way we can add a label to our class, even without writing the text. We can just add only images. Okay, now with this animated banners maker, it is nice. It is free. What it gives you the option of, you know, you can write any 3 texts. So what I want to do now is the banner gallery. There's a lot of banner galleries, right? And I probably might just select this one, yellow. Yeah, you can search you can always search each one. You can always search each one to see which one you will select, But for time's sake, for this video, because of time, I will just select one. I've selected yellow. Then you scroll down on the text one, first text, I will say welcome to Mr. C's class. Okay, and the text color, let me get my color names. Text color I might want here might be blue. So blue is 000FF. Okay, hash 000FF. So I put in the hexadecimal value here, 000FF, and I press enter, and then I close. Then the text font I want, let me just have something like, if I put teaser, let me see. Oh, I don't like teaser. You can kind of look at, text font that you want. College. Optimus Precepts. Yeah, I usually like Optimus Precepts. Okay, and if I look at it, if I look at the banner, it is kind of too much. Welcome to Mr. C's class. So I have to change the size. Okay, I change the size, text size. I press this button to reduce it. Let me look at 30 and see. Let me now look with the text size of 30. It's still big, so let me change it to 20. And see how it looks like. Okay, preview to 20. Yeah, to 20 the preview. You click on preview and it's, yeah, let me change it to 30. If you increase any of the size, you can preview it. Click on it, preview. Okay, 30 is good. Welcome to Mr. C's class. Then text 2. Text 2, I can write a let us have fun with math. Have fun with math. And this the color I need here, I want a olive. Let me put olive color. Olive. And olive is 88,000. So 88,000. So this is 808000. Okay, and I close. Text fonts, I want an Optimus Precepts. And let me just I think with 40 size it will still be good. Okay, and you can change the frame duration if you want to. You can change the frame duration in tenths of a second before the transition. You can change it. Then text 3, we shall walk together. Okay, we shall walk together. And here, let me change it to green. Green is 008,000. So I come here, 008,000. Okay, and I close it. And let me change the size to 30. And this to Optimus Princeps. Okay, let's preview this image and see how it looks like. Welcome to Mr. C's class. Have fun with math. We shall work together. So the have fun with math, you see, is kind of big. So I would change it to 30 and see how it looks like. 30. And I go to preview. Have fun with math. We shall work together. So something like this, you know, and after you finish it, you just click on download the image. And it says, do you want to open or save? I want to save it as, here, banner. Let me just leave it as banner, okay? Banner, it's London Moodle images, okay. So I'll go back to my site here. I want to add another one, okay? If I want to add another one, all I need to do is I click on turn editing on, and in the same page, I add another resource, add a resource, insert a label. Now I open up, enlarge this editor. Now in this case, I want to just place these 3 banners. I'm sorry, I want to just place just the banner, okay? Only the banner, which is okay, because it has the welcome message and then other words, but now is in form of an image. So and it's also an animation. That's one nice thing about it as well. It's also an animation. So I will click on an image, insert image, and I go to images folder. I want it to be on images folder. I click choose file, and I click the banner here, open, upload. Okay, I look at it, see that is what I want, and I just type in as banner, welcome banner, call it welcome banner, okay. And the width and the height, let me leave it as it is and see how it looks like. Okay, now it is good if I can center this banner. I want to center it, okay. And after that, I just minimize my editor and I click save and return to course. So kind of look at it. Okay, welcome to Mr. C's class. Have fun with math. We shall work together. So, and you turn editing off, and you want to switch role to student to see how it looks like, how your students will see it. So you can add this or this. It doesn't matter. Okay, just put your own designs, but it will be good if you have an animation and a text, a message, okay? So that's how you add your label. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this video presentation, and please watch out for other videos. Have a great day.